The smell of the old age and the smell of medicines were evenly blended in that room. An unbearable silence was constantly reminding that the death is awaiting in the corner of the room to take away a life when the time orders it to do so. An old man was on the deathbed. The old man had been hospitalized by his maid and a car driver when they saw him coughing unstoppably. The doctor did some tests and declared that the lungs are terribly damaged. They called it pneumonia. The disease had given its early symptoms, but the old man had not lent his ears to his body. Later came the son. How many months of time do we have? The old man's son asked the doctor, knowing about certainty of his father's death shortly. Not months, days. The doctor's answer was curt. Son sat on the chair at the patient's bed. Maid and the drivers were standing by. The old man's eyes saw his son and were searching around. His lungs were struggling to send the breath to pass through the sound box to generate words. They couldn't. He just made a gesture inquiring about his granddaughter. No, she hasn't come. She is with her mother, said the son. 7 years ago, in one such dull afternoon, his son had married a girl he loved without his parents' consent and walked away from home. The old man decided and told his wife that their son was dead for them. Almost the same decision was taken by the wife of his son, too. It's been 7 long years. Time did nothing in these 7 years. It was just watching arrogance of the parents and stubbornness of the young couple. Ego won. Life had miserably failed. Ruby, come soon. It's cloudy and about to rain. We should reach home soon. A mother was tired of calling her 5-year-old daughter Ruby, who was dragging her foot along the corridor of the hospital. The girl was named after the precious gemstone, ruby. It is believed to bring success and prosperity. 2 days after she was born, her father had heard a great news about growth in his business. On the same day, he called her Ruby. Ruby was active as Mercury. She was father's life and mother's doll. For grandparents, she was the apple of their eye. Despite the naughtiest deeds she did in the neighborhood, Ruby was everyone's pet. She carried an aura of happiness wherever she went. But it all stopped suddenly 6 months ago. Ruby's mother was walking 8 to 10 steps ahead of her, but the little girl stopped exactly in front of the old man's room in the hospital. She stood for a moment and entered in. Nana, she called the old man as she used to call her grandfather at home. The intolerable silence in the room broke into pieces. What should I do with this girl? Returned Ruby's mother, uttering, and entered the room. Ruby was sitting at the edge of the old man's bed. Her mother was about to shout at her, but the old man gestured her to be silent. Nana, why are you sleeping here? Asked the innocent girl. You had told me that you would buy me a big wooden horse toy when I returned from uncle's home. But where you went? She continued without waiting for the answer for her first question. The old man's eyes were wet. The son sitting by just remembered his daughter, who should have been here in this child's place. See, my Nana is sweating. Can't you switch on the fan? She ordered the maid standing there. The old man couldn't stop his tears rolling. Children like me can cry. You should not cry. You are an old man, said Ruby. She wiped the tears with her little fingers and kissed on Nana's cheek. A smile blossomed on his lips. It was simply a magic. Come, get up. Let's go home. You owe me a big wooden horse toy, forced Ruby. You come now. Nana will come tomorrow after doctor comes and attends him. If you are here, doctor will inject in you, said the mother and took the little girl away. I'll come tomorrow, Nana, to take you home, the girl said while moving out of the room. That short visit of the little girl brought a great happiness to the old man's heart. He felt lighter, happier, and some unexplainable energy entered him. The next day, the old man was anxiously waiting like a small boy. There were no signs of her visit. He gave himself many reasons to stop expecting. Heart knows no logic. Midday passed, evening approached, clouds gathered in the sky. It was about to rain. There came the little voice again, Nana. She had nagged her mother to take her to Nana. Notwithstanding Ruby's persistence, her mother brought her to the hospital. The days passed, the days repeated. Ruby visited the hospital every day. Nana moved, smiled, got up from the bed, uttered words, laughed out loud, walked a few steps himself, played with her, told some stories, got upset when she was late, filled his heart with happiness when she stayed for a long time, and noting every happiness in his diary at night. Ruby was an angel. No, she was the angel. A week passed. The old man's son was completing the rituals of his father's death in the burial ground. A nurse came and handed over a letter to Ruby's mother, which read, My dear Ruby, doctor told that you are mentally disturbed after your grandfather's death 6 months ago and started speaking with him, hallucinated, and you are being treated for that. Doctors do not know how wonderful child you are. They could give me medicines, but you gave me life. World calls happiness as hallucination. Not everyone can see the unseen. Not everyone can hear the untold. Not everyone can sense what's not expressed. In the world's eyes, I may die tomorrow or a week later. But you are a special child. I'll not die for you. I'll remain in your imaginations. I'll never die. Nana owed you a big wooden horse toy. I hope you received it today. I feel complete now. Remain hallucinated. Remain happy, Ruby. Take care. With love, Nana. Ruby was talking to Nana sitting in front of the big wooden horse toy in the same hospital. World calls happiness as hallucination, but it doesn't know hallucination itself is happiness.